If you're looking for a rugged, hard-wearing GPS watch with dual-band GPS, offline maps with navigation and over 20 hours of battery life, then you're probably looking at getting a Garmin Fenix at over £700 or $1,000, or possibly the Amazfit T-Rex 3, which comes in at around £350 or maybe $400 or so. But now there is another alternative, because I've been testing the Kospet Tank T4 for the past couple of months, and I'm going to take you through the good, the bad and the ugly of this amazing watch, which comes in at under £200 UK. And here it is. I've been wearing it on my wrist for a couple of months now. It comes in a nicely presented box. It's simple, but it doesn't look cheap or tacky. Inside, you'll find the watch itself with a silicone strap pre-installed, a magnetic charging base, a screen protector, and a user manual. Interestingly, the Tank 4 has already won a gold medal at the London Design Awards 2025, which is quite unusual for such a budget device. Charging is via a magnetic dock that snaps onto the back of the watch. It reaches full charge in about 2 hours, and Kospet claim it'll last around 14 to 15 days in typical use. In GPS mode, you're looking at around 21 to 22 hours of continuous tracking, and that's going to be good for the vast majority of runners' activities, including most ultramarathons. If you need more, however, Kospet sell what they call a power pocket. Essentially, it's a portable 850 milliamp charger that extends your total battery life to around 50 hours of GPS use. Now that is an amazing idea, and I think this is absolutely brilliant. Probably my favourite part of this watch is this little battery that you can stick on the back, something that Garmin could learn a lot from. This is not a subtle lightweight watch. At 77 grams with a full stainless steel body, it's chunky and you're definitely feeling it on your wrist. The construction is what Kospet call an Inox 360 shield structure. Essentially, it's a fully sealed stainless steel unibody. It's been certified by SGS, a European independent testing lab, to meet 20 US military standards for durability. That covers extreme temperatures from -50 to +70 degrees Celsius. It's shock resistant, sand, dust and humidity resistant. Water resistance is rated at 10 atmospheres with an IP69K rating, which means it's suitable for swimming and diving down to 45 metres. Both the front display and the sensors on the back are protected by Corning Gorilla Glass 3, which provides scratch resistant and works smoothly even with wet hands. The quick release 22mm strap system means you can swap between the silicone sports strap and the optional leather straps without any tools, which is what I'm wearing here. This is the brown leather strap, and it's actually very comfortable and looks pretty smart too, I think. The screen is a 1.43-inch AMOLED panel with a resolution that works out to 461 pixels per inch, which is genuinely sharp for this price bracket. Peak brightness hits 1000 nits with an ambient light sensor for automatic adjustment. In practical terms, it means it should be clearly visible outdoors in direct sunlight, although in my testing I did find my Garmin much easier to see in bright sunlight, partly due to the size of the text on the screen of the Tank 4, and it may be that I didn't have the watch set at full brightness when I tested it. There is an always on option for the display, but that will reduce your battery life by some 5 or 6 days. Oddly, in my testing I couldn't find a way to start a workout using just the buttons. You have to select an option in the menu, which I found confusing and really a little bit annoying. GPS accuracy is a major plus point for the Tank T4. The watch features dual band GNSS with L1 and L5 frequencies, supporting 6 satellite systems. Again, a feature you typically won't get on GPS watches in this price range. This vastly improves the accuracy of the positioning data, and particularly for challenging environments like urban areas with tall buildings or under tree cover. In my testing, I found the distance measurement to be equally as good as a Garmin Fenix 8. Here you can see my run at the Garda Trentino Half Marathon, where the watch sticks very well to the route on the road. And here's my run the other day in bright sunshine along the seafront in Worthing here. Again, the watch almost matches my Garmin exactly. The watch uses what Kospet call OPDR, that's on-body pedometer-based dead reckoning. Essentially, when the GPS signal drops out, it uses the accelerometer and the gyroscope to estimate your position until a satellite lock returns. This helps avoid those erratic zigzag lines you see sometimes on route maps. You do get this on the higher end watches, of course. It's not a new feature, but it's useful to have. But here's where it gets really interesting for trail runners. The Tank T4 supports offline maps. You can download topographic and contour maps to the 32 gigabytes of online storage. You can create routes in the companion app, import GPX or KML files, and navigate directly from your wrist without needing your phone. Combined with the built-in compass, barometric altimeter and the ambient temperature sensor, this is getting to sound like a serious outdoor adventure tool. A major plus point is the sheer number of sports activities supported by the watch. There are 183 sports modes in total, 23 professional modes and 160 freestyle training modes. Running sub-modes include trail running, track running and treadmill, each providing different data screens relevant to that activity. Particularly impressive is the smart recognition feature, which automatically detects 6 different activities: walking, running, cycling, elliptical trainer, rowing machine, and when you're stationary. This saves you having to remember to start tracking manually. Why you would forget to start tracking manually, I've absolutely no idea, but the auto detect is there if it's needed. We are about halfway through this review of the Kospet Tank T4 watch. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, and if you appreciate what we're doing, if you're finding this video useful or interesting, please do watch to the very end and subscribe if you haven't done so already. It really helps the channel out. Thank you so much. The health tracking on the T4 includes continuous heart rate monitoring, blood oxygen saturation, stress tracking and sleep analysis, including REM stages. There's also a one-tap health check feature that measures multiple metrics in under a minute, which I really like and find very useful. I use this on my Garmin a lot, and I've been using on the Kospet as well. One thing worth noting is the upgraded optical heart rate sensor, which has 4 photodiodes rather than the typical 2 found in cheaper watches. According to Kospet, this provides improved accuracy during intense workouts and better readings for people with darker skin tones, which has historically been an issue with optical heart rate sensors. However, in testing I did find the optical heart rate sensor to be less accurate than my Garmin Fenix 8 optical sensor. Sleep tracking has apparently improved significantly over previous Kospet models. Now, I haven't had a previous Kospet model, but in testing, the sleep did seem to be okay. It didn't quite match my Garmin Fenix 8, but who's to say which one is absolutely accurate and which one is wrong? But overall, I think it did a decent job. The Tank T4 pairs with the Apexmove app, which is available for both Android and iOS. The app shows your health stats, workout history, and lets you plan and manage offline maps. You can create training plans, and there's even an achievement badge system for motivation. You can sync workouts to Strava, Google Fit, Samsung Health, and Apple Health. You also get 28 gigabytes of available music storage, which you can play through connected Bluetooth earbuds without the need for your phone. Previous Kospet models didn't have this feature. Bluetooth calling works through the built-in speaker and microphone, useful for quick calls when your phone is in your bag.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me all right?
Yes, I can.
Good, how clear is it?
Very clear.
Good, thank you very much.
Right, bye.
Bye. You can store up to 500 contacts on the watch. Notifications come through from your phone, though you can only read them. There's no quick reply with emojis, for example. There's even this walkie-talkie function, which works within about 40 meters apparently, although I didn't get to use it because it only works with somebody who has the same watch. Of course, to bring in the Kospet T4 at such a competitive price point, there have had to be some compromises. Bringing in a watch at under £200 UK is amazing, but yes, of course, they have left some things out. Perhaps the biggest omission is the lack of Bluetooth sensor support. You cannot connect a Bluetooth foot pod or a heart rate monitor. The software ecosystem is brand new, which means it doesn't have the depth or polish of a Garmin Connect app, for example. Expect some quirks and improvements over time through firmware updates. There are no advanced training features like structured workouts, recovery insights, or detailed training load analysis that you'd find on higher end watches. There's no NFC for contactless payments, there's no eSIM or LTE, so you do have to have your phone nearby for connectivity. It's also pretty chunky, as I've mentioned before. It's not the lightest of watches, and you will definitely feel it on your wrist, especially if you have thinner, smaller wrists. In the UK, the Kospet Tank T4 has a recommended retail price of £209.99, but you can find it cheaper, hopefully under £200, maybe 180, 185, and in Europe around 185 euros. At that price point, you're getting a dual band GPS watch. It has offline navigation, maps offline. It has a solid build quality, Strava integration, and amazing battery life, over 20 hours. But I do recommend you get that power pocket because that will fit on the back of your watch. You can still fit it on your wrist and it will double the amount of charge, more than double the amount of charge you get from your watch. That is amazing at this price point. If you are a trail runner, ultra runner, or even a hiker looking for a rugged outdoor adventure watch, but you're finding it difficult to justify paying upwards of £700-800 for a Garmin Fenix 8, for example, then the Tank T4 offers a really good feature set for the price. It doesn't have that Bluetooth sensor support or that deep in-depth training analysis, but maybe you don't need that. Maybe offline navigation, maps, and a long battery life and a rugged, well-built watch is all you need, and the Tank T4 offers that. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching to the very end. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please do that now, and if you'd like to watch my video of the Ezon R7, then click that link right there for a smaller watch which meets a lot of the expectations of high-end sports watches. Click that link right there. I'll see you over there in a minute. Take care. Bye-bye.